80 kilonewton. So this is our formula. So I'll remove ये वाला part. हमें क्या क्या चाहिए होगा for the mark scheme? As per the mark scheme, we need to show W is equal to M into G. This will carry some marks. Okay. Then you will show your substitution. What is your substitution here? 80 kilo. So 80 multiplied by 1000. You have to show that. Okay. Is equal to M multiplied by 10 because 10 is mentioned on the booklet. So we are using 10. So to figure out M, it is going to be 80 into 1000 divided by 10. And then whatever is your answer that you will figure out and tell me here. So what is the answer now for this one?
Miss, we're multiplying it by 1000 because it's kilonewtons, right?
Because it is kilo. Yes, yes, absolutely. So you can cancel out things. And how much is the answer, final answer? It's a very easy question.
8,000.
8,000. What is the unit? Because the unit will be in kilograms. Yes, don't forget the unit. So itna काम करने का full 2 marks मिलता है. Okay. क्या चीजें होती है? It's very important to show the formula. Second, very important to show the substitution. How you're plugging in the values. Okay, that is very important. Next, density of water is 1000 kg per meter cube. So just when we are doing these worksheets, make a note of what formulas are we using for this particular chapter. Now, force is equal to mass into acceleration. The force ka hi corresponding is air. W is equal to M into G. Make a note of these.
Yeah.
Right. Now, for the next one, density of water is 1000. Calculate the volume. What is the formula now for this one? Density is equal
to mass upon volume.
Mass upon volume.
Yeah.
Right. So density is given. Volume pucha hai. Now you will write density. You will write the formula. You'll write density. How much is the density given to us?
1000 kg per meter cube.
Kg per meter cube. So the answer will come out in which unit?
Meter cube.
Meter cube mein aayega answer. So all you need to do is write down the formula, plug in the values. So this is 1000. Mass हमने A part में already calculate किया था. So that becomes 8000 upon the volume, which we need to find out. So V is equal to 8000 upon 1000. Sub cancel. What is the final answer?
8.
A is equal to
8 meters cube.
8 meter cube. Clear? So formula, plugging in the values, then you're doing your calculation and writing your answer with the unit. इतनी चीजों को ध्यान में रखना है. Okay. Piston A moves downwards, moves down a distance of 4 meters. Calculate the gravitational potential energy lost by water. Okay. Gravitational potential energy ka formula. Now, we're using a lot of formulas here. What is the formula now for this one? Gravitational potential energy. So the GPE, potential energy is always mgh. Potential energy ka formula hai.
Okay, I'm not sure we've learned about this. So this is a bit new.
This is new to you. Okay. Okay. So first, let's understand the concept of energies. Okay. Dhyan se sunna. So when you've seen when an athlete is about to run, so that athlete holds a particular position. ऐसे run करना नहीं शुरू करते. They keep a position. Why? Why that position only? You understand what I'm saying? There's a race going to happen. They always sit in a particular position. क्यों? है ना? एक position hold करते हैं, right? They just don't run like this, या चलो दौड़ना start जाते हैं. ऐसा नहीं होता ना? They run. They first hold a position, right? क्यों? Because that I'll give you the reason in a while. Again, you have played with a catapult ever?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any idea what it is? Huh? What do? You take, well, school में बच्चे भाई शैतानी करते हैं. So they take a rubber band, and in that rubber band they put a kind of piece of paper और rubber band को पीछे pull करते हैं बहुत तेज. और जब उसको छोड़ते हैं तो क्या होता है? It hurts. It hurts, right? Right? Or another example, bow and arrow. You must have seen, right? Bow and arrow में क्या करते हैं? You take the bow and you you take the arrow and you उसको पीछे की तरफ pull करते हो, पहले सीधे नहीं छोड़ देते, पीछे की तरफ pull करते, right? ये 3 examples हैं when what is the word potential meaning? Potential का मतलब है, I say Gauri and Sargun, you both have a lot of potential. So what am I trying to say? What do I mean to say by this? You both have a lot of potential. You can do really well, which means you have that hidden thing in you. All right. If you use it, you are going to do very well. Right. So in the same way, the catapult has that hidden thing. The more you're pulling it backwards, the more that potential is. Okay. Similarly, the more you're pulling that bow and arrow, that arrow behind, you're developing that potential more. The more, have you seen a slap game? Slap game, जहाँ पर ऐसे से करके, you know, they have to slap another person. So वो slap game जो होता है, that's a game, very weird game though. तो उस जितना जोर से slap करना है, उतना जोर से आप अपने हाथ को ऐसे करते हैं, so that you can give a tight slap to that. It's a game, like, you know. So again, even in that game, so what they do, they fill themselves with that potential. Now coming back to the athlete, holding that position means you are developing that potential energy in you. क्योंकि आप जितना potential रखोगे, उतनी तेज वो kinetic बनेगा. Okay?
Okay.
जितना ज़्यादा potential, you know what is law of conservation of energy?
Yeah.
What
Energy is never like created or destroyed, it just changes
from one form to another. Yeah. So that potential energy is going to convert into kinetic energy. Or kinetic energy comes with motion. Okay? Potential energy comes with position. आपने खींचा जो पीछे, you're filling it with a lot of potential, and then you're going to throw. Another example. Suppose somebody is on the first floor and throwing something down. Same ball ही ले लेते हैं, एक Costco का ball ले लेते हैं. But somebody is staying on the 40th floor and then throwing it. What will happen? What will happen?
It'll go faster. It might
Hurt, even
hurt someone harder than it would.
Than it would have, you know, from the first floor, it may not hit so hard, but somebody, you know, throwing something from the 40th floor, it will hurt very, very bad. क्यों? क्योंकि आप जितना ऊपर जा रहे हो, position change करो, आप ऊपर की तरफ जा रहे हो, you are filling that ball with a lot of potential energy. And वो potential energy will get converted to which energy? Kinetic energy. So now here we'll have two formulas. First of all, what is kinetic energy? It is by virtue of motion. When there is motion, there is kinetic energy. A moving ball, a moving arrow, a running athlete, these are all kinetic energy. So this is by virtue of motion. And what is potential energy? That is by virtue of position. Okay, na? So now we have two formulas with this. The first formula is kinetic energy is half mv square. Potential energy is mgh. Okay, these are the two formulas for these. Now, hoga kya? This mgh will get converted to this, or this will get converted to this. It's going to happen always like this. So let's see how. This is a pendulum. Okay, pendulum matlab it's a wall clock, and this is a pendulum. ये pendulum क्या होगा? ऊपर जाएगा, फिर वापस आएगा, फिर ऊपर जाएगा, और फिर वापस आएगा, और ये pendulum ऐसे घूमता रहेगा. Right? This is going to keep on going like this. पहली बार आपको इसको push करना पड़ेगा. First time you have to give some energy. It will not be able to have that energy. So you give that energy, your energy. When you push it, I'm saying this pendulum is manual. तो आपने इसको धक्का दे दिया, ठीक है? जैसे आपने इसको धक्का दिया, तो ये ऊपर गया. When it is changing the position, यहाँ पर आ गया. अभी at this point, it is at this point. यहाँ आने के बाद क्या हुआ? It gained what? It has gained some height. So यहाँ पर क्या हो गया? Potential energy maximum हो गई है, right? But at this position, ये इसने जब maximum height gain कर ली है, at that point the kinetic energy has become zero.
Right, because it's not moving.
It's not for a fraction of a second, it is going to change because it has gained the maximum height. At that point, it is not going to move. So the kinetic energy is what?
Zero.
Zero. So it is minimum. It's very less. It is minimum, or at the highest point, it's zero. फिर ये नीचे की तरफ आया. ये जब नीचे आना स्टार्ट हुआ तो क्या कम होना स्टार्ट हुआ? What has started reducing? Height reduces. Height reduces, so what will reduce? Height
Gravitational potential.
That will reduce. So ऐसे जैसे वो नीचे आए, यहाँ पर क्या हुआ? Height सबसे कम हो गई. At this point, what will happen? Potential energy is equal to zero, right? But kinetic energy is maximum. Then it will go up. Now जो इस तरफ हुआ, वो same काम यहाँ पर होगा. Same thing will happen here at this point. Again, it has gained the highest height on this side, right? So what will happen?
So the potential energy will be maximum and kinetic will be minimum.
बस अब ये ऐसे ही घूमता रहेगा. अगर ये वैक्यूम होता, ये कभी नहीं रुकता. But since it is not vacuum, there is air friction. तो ये धीरे करके स्लो होके बंद हो जाएगा. Had it been vacuum, ये कभी चेंज नहीं होता. ठीक है? It would have moved and moved. कभी नहीं रुकता. Because air friction ही नहीं होता उसको. So got the point? What is kinetic energy? Half mv square. What is potential energy? mgh. और ये दोनों एक दूसरे में convert होते रहते हैं. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can only be transformed from one form to another. Law of conservation of energy. Clear? Right? Or because there are other factors acting, that is why बहुत सारा energy lost होता है practical situations में. Right? वो इसलिए ये pendulum at the end of it रुक जाएगा because सिर्फ इन्हीं दोनों में conversion नहीं हो रहा है. There are other energy losses also, right? Because this pendulum just doesn't have to convert one form to another. उसके साथ एक और प्रॉब्लम है कि उसको एयर रेजिस्टेंस भी फेस करना पड़ रहा है जहां पर फ्रिक्शन है. तो उस फोर्स को एनकाउंटर करने के लिए उसको एनर्जी चाहिए, तो काफी एनर्जी वहां भी जा रही है उसकी. ठीक है? क्लियर? बट द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ मोशन एंड पोजीशन क्लियर हुआ. काइनेटिक एनर्जी एंड पोटेंशियल एनर्जी क्लियर है? Right? Now let's come to the question. Now the piston A is moving down a distance of 4 meters. Calculate the potential energy. क्योंकि position नीचे आ रही है. So what are you losing?
You're losing gravitational potential.
You're losing height, so you're losing gravitational potential energy, right? क्योंकि height कम हो गई. जितना ऊपर होंगे उतनी height ज्यादा है, उतना gravitational potential energy high है. जितना नीचे आ रहे हैं उतना gravitational potential energy कम हो गया. Correct? Correct? So, and what is the formula? We know the formula is m, g, and h. That is your gravitational potential energy ka formula. All right? We know what is m? Mass का value कितना दिया हुआ हमें? हमने
It was 8,000, I think.
It is 8,000. We'll plug in the value 8,000. What is g? Sargun, what is g? Sargun, unmute yourself and speak.
Sorry, miss, I got disconnected. Could you repeat what you said?
What is the value of g?
Value of G, 10.
10. And what is h? How much is h?
Height, right?
Right. Height is how much?
4 meters.
It is 4 meters. It's given in the question. It is 4 meters. So why is it calling it a loss? Because the distance is reducing. Someone keep yourself unmuted, beta. So 8,000 into 10 into 4. And what is your answer? 8 into 4 is 32. So what do I write?
320,000.
320,000. 320. Okay. Now, can I change the unit to 320 kilojoules? This is in joules. Energy is always in joules. So can I write it as 320? And for these 3 zeros, can I write kj?
Yeah.
I can write that. Okay. Clear?
Clear.
Next comes the concept of efficiency. Efficiency is always, now if you see this question, heavy load lifted by piston gains 96 kilojoules of gravitational potential energy. Calculate the efficiency. Efficiency का formula किसी भी चीज की, it's not just this potential energy. किसी भी चीज की efficiency अगर आप निकालते हो, it's always output upon input. Output जो भी है, how efficient something is, right? How much is the output? अगर ये energy का question है, so output what? Energy upon input energy, right? So So the formula becomes for efficiency, for not just for this chapter, for everything, efficiency is output.
Output upon input.
Make a note of this formula also.
Done.
And because in this case it is energy, so I'm writing output energy and input energy. ठीक
Should
है?
we write the energy part too?
Should we write the
Energy part too?
for this question you can write, but आप हमेशा याद रखना efficiency जो काज का जो आंसर होगा वो डिपेंड करता है कि whatever it is, like if this question is about energy, so we've written energy, but otherwise efficiency is always about output upon input.
Like it could also be force, right?
It could be anything, force, height, production, anything. आप economics में भी इसको use कर सकते हो, आप कहीं पर भी efficiency. How efficient a system is, कितना output है?
हाँ, that makes sense. How much do you have to put in? How much will you get?
बस, exactly. Now, another question. Efficiency में कभी कोई unit हो सकता है? ऊपर भी energy, नीचे भी energy, energy का
It will cancel out anyway.
Yes. So efficiency will never have a unit.
Understood.
So another point to be noted, no unit here.
Yeah.
No unit in efficiency. ठीक है? Next, efficiency, इसके बारे में कुछ 2-3 points लिख लेते हैं. Efficiency can either be 1 or in terms of percentage. हमेशा best efficient output in system कब होता है? जितना input आपने दिया उसी हिसाब से output दिया, यानी कि दोनों input और output बराबर. और अच्छा efficient कब होगा? जब आपका जो input है वो हमेशा मतलब जो input से भी ज्यादा output मिल रहा है, which is impossible. आप जितने मैंगो डालोगे उसी हिसाब से मैंगो शेक मिलेगा ना आपको.
हाँ,
है ना? You can never have 5 मैंगो डालो और 10 मैंगो के बराबर मैंगो शेक बन गया, ऐसा तो पॉसिबल नहीं है, राइट? सो हम इसको या तो यू रिमेम्बर प्रोबेबिलिटी हम कैसे करते थे? प्रोबेबिलिटी में या तो मैक्सिमम वैल्यू 1 आ सकती थी या उसको परसेंटेज में चेंज करते तो 100% हो जाता है वो, राइट? In the same way, either it is either 1, that's the best, or it is going to be in terms of percentage. ठीक है? So you know how to convert a fraction into a percentage, that we all know. इस क्वेश्चन को करते हैं एक बारी. इसका आउटपुट उसने हमें कितना बोला, कितना है?
96, because like the output is lifting the load, right?
Output is lifting the load. लेकिन lift करने में, और ये जो आपने पिछले क्वेश्चन में आंसर निकाला था, that was how much? That was your input. That was the input which you created in the previous question. So अब बताओ, heavy load lifted by piston gains 96 kilojoules. So अगर ये output है और input is 320, so how much is this fraction? ये efficiency कितनी हुई? 96. ये भी किलो जूल्स है और ऊपर भी हमने किलो जूल्स में रखा था. ये तो कैंसिल हो गया, तो पहला my no unit is done. So I'm sure कि ऊपर किलो जूल्स नीचे किलो जूल्स कैंसिल हो गया. अब 96 upon 320 is how much?
0.10.
0.3. 0.3. So either it is 0.3 as a decimal, जैसे probability में हम करते थे. अब अगर मैंने पूछा कि नेम जो बताना था percentage में, I want to understand percentage.
3%.
30%.
30%. So how do I do that? Multiplied by 100%. That's how we will figure this out. So what is the answer? 30%. That is what you will write here. Clear?
Yeah.
Any confusions?
No, not really.
Next question. Someone read the question, please.
Sorry, miss.
Read this question.
A water tank has a rectangular base of dimensions 1.5 meters by 1.2 meters and contains 1,440 kg of water. Calculate the weight of the water.
Weight निकालना है. Weight निकालने के लिए हमें क्या करना होता है? What was the formula? 3 formulas.
W equals mg. So weight equals mass into g.
M into g. What is m?
Mass.
कितना है?
1,440.
1440. And g कितना होगा? For this
10.
paper we'll take 10.
10.
10. So कितना हुआ? What is the answer? What should I write?
14,400.
14,400 unit क्या लिखूं?
No, newtons.
Newtons. Because weight is nothing but the force. It's a force. So इसको
Yeah.
याद रखना, इसका unit Newton होगा. Pressure exerted by the water on the base of the tank. Pressure. What is the formula for pressure?
Force upon area.
Force upon area. Excellent. So लिखो pressure is equal to, for write the formula. Pressure is equal to force upon area. Force is how much?
We just calculated it.
We just calculated. The weight itself is the force.
Yeah, the weight of the water.
144000. No, only 2 zeros, not so many zeros. Upon
Upon the area, the dimensions were given above.
the
We can get it
dimension,
from that.
and that the dimensions किसका दिया हुआ है? Water tank है, but base dimensions दिया हुआ है, which is actually in contact, right? है ये tank. उसने आपको टैंक का हाइट वाइट कुछ नहीं दिया, सिर्फ बेस का पार्ट दिया है जो टच में है. तो
Right.
एरिया जो आपको नीडेड एरिया है, अगर बाय चांस कोई ऐसा क्वेश्चन आता है जहां पर पूरा सारे डायमेंशंस दे दी, तो आपको क्या चाहिए होगा? नीचे का बेस एरिया. इस क्वेश्चन में तो बेस एरिया उसने मेंशन कर दिया, बट अगर नहीं मेंशन्ड है तो यू हैव टू फिगर आउट व्हाट इज द बेस एरिया. गॉट इट?
Okay.
क्योंकि अब देखो मेरे पास एक टैंक है, वो रेक्टेंगुलर टैंक है, उसकी हाइट क्या है उससे मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता व्हेन इट कम्स टू प्रेशर. मुझे तो ये देखना ना कि ये पूरा वेट इस पार्ट पे है, पूरा वेट इज ऑन दिस पार्ट. मुझे इस पार्ट का एरिया चाहिए. इट डजंट मैटर कि यहाँ का एरिया कितना है या यहाँ का एरिया कितना है या फ्रंट का एरिया कितना है, मुझे तो बेस का एरिया चाहिए, बिकॉज बेस पे आ रहा है ना. मतलब आप अपने पैरों पे चलते हो, राइट? तो एक्चुअली बेस कौन, आपकी पूरी वेट किस पे है? आपके फुट पे है. सो योर फुट, योर सोल, your sole's area is what you would need. है ना? Weight on the sole. It doesn't matter मेरी पूरी बॉडी का एरिया क्या है, मेरे सर का एरिया क्या है, मेरे हाथ का एरिया क्या है. मैं हाथ पे तो चलूंगी नहीं, मैं तो पैरों पे चलूंगी. So what is my base area? My foot, my sole, right? Got my point?
Got it.
Always remember this. We always need the base area जो contact में है, जो weight ले रहा है पूरा. So pressure. So they will confuse you with various components. You have to figure out what is the base. How much is the base area? So force upon area. 1.5. In this question was easy. 1.5 into 1.2. That is your area. So निकल जाएगा इसका आंसर. Give me the answer.
Alright, can see. $1.8. I think. Yeah, 1.8 only. 1.8.
1.5 into 1.2 is how much?
1.8.
1440. 14400 divided by 1.5 is how much? Final answer.
Final answer. Yeah, I'll just do it. 8,000.
8,000. Okay. Now 8,000 is your answer. Upar, Sargun, what is the unit for force? Quickly tell me.
For force, it will be.
You don't have to look at something. You have to see the straight away answer.
Okay.
Force का unit क्या होता है?
Newtons.
Newtons. And area का, this is meter and this is also meter. So answer क्या होना चाहिए? Area.
Meter square.
Meter square. So what is the unit for pressure?
Newton.
Pascals.
Either you can write it as 8,000 Newton per meter square, or 1 Newton per meter square is also 1 Pascal. So your answer can be 8,000 Pascals or Pascal. It's the same thing. You can write in both. Clear?
Yeah.
B part. So I'm going to read.
The 5.1 shows two water tanks, P and Q of different shape. Both tanks are circular and viewed from above. The tanks each contain the same volume of water. The depth of both tanks is 1.4 meters. The density of water is 1000 kg/meter cube. The pressure is exerted by the water on the base of the two tanks are equal. Calculate this pressure.
Calculate the pressure. Okay. चलो बताओ pressure कितना है?
So here, since they've given us the height, like the water level, we
So
have to use rho GH, right? That formula.
करेक्ट. अब मुझे ये बताओ that एक हमारे पास ये फॉर्मूला हो गया, एक हमारे पास ये वाला फॉर्मूला हो गया, और एक फॉर्मूला प्रेशर का होता है प्रेशर इज इक्वल टू P इज इक्वल टू रो जी एच. ये दो फॉर्मूलाज में से कौन सा फॉर्मूला कब यूज करना है? हाउ विल आई नो?
Based on what information you are giving.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what is the information given? See, in mostly this is when it is a solid. Solid होगा तो एरिया रहेगा ना. टैंक है, टैंक का एरिया पता रहेगा. पानी का एरिया कैसे निकालेंगे? पेट्रोल का एरिया कैसे निकालेंगे? राइट? वो तो कंटेनर पता रहेगा तभी निकाल सकते हैं. और एरिया अगर नहीं मालूम है, then what do I do? When it is a liquid, mostly it is, unless the liquid का किस कंटेनर में है, that I know, then it's fine. But अगर सिर्फ liquid दिया हुआ है, then it's rho GH. Sargun, what is rho? What is rho, Sargun?
I don't know.
Okay, Gauri, what is rho? Sargun, I'm going to ask you again.
Density.
Rho is the density. What is the density given, Sargun? Read the question quickly and tell me.
The density is 1000 kg meter cube.
Per meter cube. Okay. What is G? How much
10.
is 10. Gauri, how much is H?
H is the height 1.4.
1.4. So what is the answer for this B ka first part?
14,000.
How much?
14,000.
14,000.
14,000 newtons.
14,000
Newtons per meter square. Or pascals.
newtons per meter square. Sargun, how much is 1 Pascal?
1 Newton per meter.
So can I write my answer as 14,000 Pascals also?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fine. Now coming to the next question. Gauri.
Equal small volumes of water are removed from each tank. State which tank, P or Q, now has the greater water pressure on its base. Explain your answer. So small volumes of water are being removed from each tank,
Okay.
and it's equal. But I think the thing here is that we're not taking out a specific water level of water, taking out specific volumes of water, which means the water level is going to differ in both of them.
Right.
Meaning that now Q is wider than P. So if
Q-
you're taking a particular volume from P, the water level, I think, will decrease more than it would in Q.
Okay. Right.
So since the water level will be greater in Q, I think Q will have the greater amount of pressure active.
Absolutely. And उसके पीछे एक reason क्या है? That Q का जो base area है, that is how much? Is it
Base
smaller?
Yeah.
It's smaller than the base area of P, right? और
Right.
आपने जब रिमूव किया तो ये बेस एरिया इतना छोटा है, तो जिसकी वजह से एज इट इज इस पर अगर देखा जाए तो बेस पे प्रेशर बहुत ज्यादा है. राइट? प्रेशर इज फोर्स अपॉन एरिया, और एरिया जितना कम होगा उतना प्रेशर ज्यादा है. राइट? अगर इक्वल वॉल्यूम हमने दोनों में से निकाल दिया तो भी क्यू का जो बेस है वो क्या है? इट इज स्मॉल. क्यू का बेस इज स्मॉल एज कंपेयर टू पी का बेस, एंड हेंस द प्रेशर इन क्यू इज ग्रेटर.
Right.
So, and your reasoning was absolutely correct. So, you will explain the way you just did. Sargun, can you repeat the answer?
Q has greater water pressure on its base because is smaller.
What is smaller?
The base.
The base is smaller से क्या होगा? Base के smaller क्या हो रहा है?
There's more pressure on the tank.
Base के small होने से क्या हो रहा है? What does it change? Base small होने से base का क्या small है?
Like
Base का क्या small है? Base small कहने का मतलब क्या हो रहा है?
Like if I have two tanks, and one of them is, I don't know how to explain it, but I did understand.
No, you have to explain. I don't take that answer. You have to explain. Gauri, what is smaller? When I say base is small, so how does it affect us?
So the area is smaller, which
Yeah.
means the force is concentrated in a smaller area. So
Right.
it results in a greater pressure on the base.
Understood, Sargun. What is base कम होने का मतलब क्या है?
The area is smaller.
Their area is small, and when your formula is pressure is equal to force upon area, ये तो basic math है कि अगर आप area बढ़ाओगे pressure कम होगा, area कम करोगे pressure बढ़ जाएगा. ये basic math है. ये this is just formula. Okay? Understood क्या हो रहा है इसके अंदर? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now there are few more questions in this. This is one of the favorite questions. ये आपको मिलेगा ही मिलेगा किसी न question number 5. So I'm going to continue with this in the next class also. But in the meantime, what you can do is try, the homework for you would be mass and weight ka second worksheet.
Okay.
Mass and weight ka second worksheet is your homework. This I will be completing with you, full thing, because there are some more concepts. So हो सकता है आपको mass and weight के second worksheet में कुछ questions शायद ना आए. That's okay. We'll discuss all of that.
Yeah.
So what is the homework?
Mass
Second
and weight
grade.
too.
Mass and weight ka second. And I'm going to ask you, even if you've sent me, I will ask for reasonings कि आपने ये लिखा है तो आपने क्यों लिखा है. You should be able to explain it to me properly. Okay. Do not, I will get to know if something is straight away copied from the mark scheme. मुझे पता चल जाएगा, right? I will not take it like you have to study, write, understand, write. Of course, you can refer to the mark scheme, but you have to explain things to me, right? That I should know that you've understood that part. Okay.
Right.
So next class we will be. Gauri, मतलब it's not, you don't need to stick to only one worksheet. If you have time, go ahead with doing extra. Gauri and Sarvan, both of you. Okay. So you can motion के भी आप और worksheets कर सकते हो अब अगर time है. Homework is only one more worksheet, but you can still do all the more worksheets that are there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Chalo. And what topic did you mention to me in the last class that you were going to start in the class? In the school, sorry, worksheet में. School में कौन सा topic आप start करने वाले हो next? You said something. 5 chapters are done. There's one chapter which you said that you will be doing in school, which is going to start next.
That was for chemistry, I think I would say.
Yeah, that was
अच्छा.
for chemistry.
That was for chemistry.
तो पता है कुछ idea है physics का?
No.
Not really, but I think since we're going mostly in chronological order for everything, it could be the 4th chapter. I'm not sure though.
वो chapter क्या है? नाम क्या है वो chapter का?
Let me just check the book. No.